before non-conference game or right before conference play starts.
Right.
We don't usually see it third game of the year,
Yeah.
but that's exactly what we did see last night in Kentucky. You know, you got to give them props because at one point I believe the Wildcats were down by 20
with like
and made
12
it a
minutes left.
game.
Yeah.
But still, there is a little bit of concern here. Otega Owe, your preseason SEC Player of the Year, he really didn't do much, and he hasn't really done much all year.
Yep.
So that's one concern I would have right there. And then allowing 96 points, that's another concern.
A big one. And I don't know, and the season will kind of bear this out, if this is more of a referendum on Kentucky or if this is more telling about what Louisville is. And I think it might be a mix of both. This is a Louisville team, and we mentioned it yesterday, with their coach and kind of the quick instant surge. I know everybody talks about, microwave, people wanting things to happen so fast. He made it happen really fast at a basketball program that he really likes there. I do like Kentucky's fight, though. Being able, like you said, to be down by 20 with about 12 minutes to go in that second half, and then being able to rally back and make it competitive there towards the end of the season. Do you think this is more telling on what Kentucky is not or what Louisville is?
See, that's a tough one because Kentucky came into this game as the number one team in the nation, according to Ken Pom.
Yep.
And then they came out. I don't remember how often Ken Pom's rankings get updated, but I wouldn't be surprised if they dropped to 10 or 15 after this one. I mean, it was a little bit shocking. It's a shock to your system when you have all this hype coming into the season. You've got Otega Owe, your preseason Player of the Year.
Right.
You're expected to win the SEC. And then you just go down by so much. It really is a shock to the system. But if there was one guy that did play well last night, it was that Florida transfer, Denzel Aberdeen.
That's exactly right.
26 points, 4 of 10 from beyond the arc, 10 of 20 from the field, only one foul, but 7 rebounds as well. That was a big thing that we've been talking about with SEC teams so far to start the year, rebounding being a little bit of an issue. But you just can't – Louisville is much better now than it was 3 years ago, obviously.
Yes.
You just cannot go down by double digits so early. And then, 20 points. That's just, it's tough to come back from that.
Right.
I mean, I could probably count on one hand. The last time I watched a 20-plus point deficit be erased was the ACC tournament last year when UNC somehow came all the way back.
Oh, yeah.
I believe they were down by 28 to Duke and came back and won the game.
Yep. I do remember that. It reminded you a lot of what we see in the NBA. Even NBA teams, it's hard to come back from down 20. But a lot of teams, if you're proficient at shooting the three-pointer, you can. You talked about Ken Pom earlier, and I was eager or interested myself to find out. And they did drop a little bit. They only dropped to 5th though in the Ken Pom rankings, and so this is updated because their record is 2-1 as of right now. Their offensive rating is 8th. Their defensive rating is 9th. And, of course, not everybody's played the same schedule, so it's a little disjointed right now. I think we'll get more information. It'll be you can be able to gauge it a little bit more once almost every team plays some high-quality Power 4 teams. But Kentucky right now is the highest-ranked one-loss team, Florida being the other, and Texas Tech also in the top 15 according to the Ken Pom rankings. Of course, he goes by a lot more of the advanced metrics and offensive defensive ratings. They're both in the top 10 for this basketball program. For Coach Mark Pope, obviously last year was a lot of hype going into the season. They were itching for the post-John Calipari era to still look good.
Was there going to be any drop-off?
Correct. And I think a lot of people, it almost mirrors to me what Alabama fans were looking for when Nick Saban left. And it's like, hey, I know Saban, I'm not saying Saban and Calipari are the same people, so don't come after me. I'm just saying you're going from one guy who was known, won a championship, and but had some failings to another guy that had connections to the program, of course, but did not necessarily have all of the accolades on the resume, so to speak. What do you think so far from Mark Pope? I know it's 3 games, so we've got to be fair with him.
Well, first, I would say if we want to jump outside the SEC, I think we could make a little bit of a better comparison from the Saban to DeBoer. Just say Coach K to John Shire.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it took John Shire a little bit to find his rhythm.
Yep.
It took Kalen a little bit to find his rhythm, but here he is heading into this season. Honestly, through 3 games, you didn't really know what you're going to get the first 2 games. And then this was the one where it's like, okay, what what team do I have this
right,
year?
Right.
And I think it became apparent pretty early on that, hey, need to play defense and honestly just better shot selection.
Yes.
That was the main thing that I saw specifically from Owe.
Mm-hmm.
That was a little bit of a shocker to me. It's like, man, he's got all this hype. He's got this confidence.
Right.
He knows he's good, but some of the shots he was taking, I was like, man, like, what are we doing? like just pass it.
Yeah.
Like, stop trying to be the hero. And I think Mark Pope said it great. They didn't play well at all.
No, they didn't.
I mean, he was going to be very blunt with everybody. I'm sure he was very blunt with the team as well. Like, hey, we did not play great. I would not want to be in that locker room last night.
Exactly. And you made the Shire comparison, and I think it's a great one because they both had connections to their programs before they became the head coach. And also, just like Shire was very honest with his star player in the first game of the season, saying, hey, you're playing soft, and Cam Boozer answered the call. So maybe that same tactic will work with Mark Pope as he tries to get his guys going, especially the SEC preseason player of the year and Ortega. So we'll find out there. But we got a chance to hear from Coach Mark Pope after the loss there at the Yum Center.
We have a competitive group. We played extremely poorly, and credit Louisville for that. We played extremely poorly, but we do have a competitive group, and we had some interesting new vibe lineups for us in the second half, trying to respond to some things. And I thought I was proud of the guys for competing, but that's not the standard we have at Kentucky.
Moving to the Louisville side, and we talked about this a lot yesterday with Pat Kelsey. This is a program that just continues to look very, very, very impressive. And once again, they now have kind of that signature win over their rivals. And not only do they have bragging rights for the next year, but also they snapped that losing streak to Kentucky. It's a marquee win. And Coach Kelsey just continues to make this team and this program look very impressive.
We talked yesterday about the Duke Army game being more than just basketball. And I feel like for the city of Louisville, this is more than just basketball. And especially after, that city was ravished by what happened a few weeks ago. And it felt like sports are meant to bring everyone together. And I felt like the city really rallied around the basketball program because, I mean, that is Louisville. Like the Louisville Cardinals are what makes Louisville Louisville.
Right.
And I think this was a huge win for the city. It was a huge win for Pat Kelsey because there was some questions. I mean, he brought in all these players last year.
Yeah.
And how are you going to repeat it this year?
Right.
I mean, you don't have Chucky Hepburn anymore, but he just comes back out, drops 96 on arguably the best team in the country.
Yep.
And according to Ken Pom, because I mean, I think he said it yesterday. He doesn't really care about the AP rankings.
Oh yeah.
Like no, coaches don't really care about that.
No.
They care about the advanced metrics and the Ken Pom.
Right.
Kentucky was number 1. And they just dropped them down.
Yep, exactly. And handed Kentucky their first loss of the season. I mean, we got a chance to hear from Coach Kelsey about what this win, this game, and especially now being a signature win for this basketball program meant to the city of Louisville.
I'm an all-in guy. Like the places that I've been, Rock Hill, South Carolina, I went all in. I was a true Rock Hillian. When I went to Charleston, I was all in. It was our city, and that was home, and that's where I was raising my kids. And the Lord blessed me with the opportunity to come be the head coach at the University of Louisville, one of the most storied programs ever, and to live in this town, and I'm all in. I love this place. It's special. It's a special community. It's family. It's blue collar. It's tough. It's where it's like where I was raised. And when tragedies happen, when bad things happen, and that's as bad as it gets. I mean, it was one of the worst things that's ever happened to this city. And you see how people come together. It galvanizes the city. You feel the love. You feel the support. And we rally. We rally behind those people that have suffered so much loss. And then you beat Kentucky, they really like that too around here. I've been here for a year and a half. Everywhere I go, hey, Coach Kelsey, hey, good luck this year. Beat Kentucky. Everybody. So it's awesome to see the Yum Center that way, to feel the emotion in the building, and then just to know that after a really tough couple weeks, this puts a smile on the faces of people in this city, and it's a lot of feel good. So just the next step in the momentum of what we're trying to build here, but we're proud and fortunate to get the win tonight.
Of course, the tragedy was the UPS plane. Unfortunately, 14 people were killed there, like I said, a couple of weeks ago. And from what I just read from the coroner, they've identified all 14 people now. And so we've seen in sports where these moments can rally a city, rally a team, rally a program. We saw tornadoes in Alabama. We saw some tornadoes, I think, in Joplin, Missouri.
Joplin, yeah.
And you just see it's a knock-on effect of the team not only playing, the individuals on the team playing for the team, which that's the baseline of sports.
Right.
But now you have the team in and of itself and the program in and of itself playing for the city. And I think that adds just an extra bit of something special for this team as they move forward.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, as well, the fact that it was against a rival, I mean, everyone in Louisville loves when the Cardinals beat the Wildcats.
No, absolutely.
So it probably felt even better, but I mean, there are some times where it is bigger than sport and it's bigger than rivalries. I'm sure I didn't get to watch the beginning of the game last night, so I don't know if they had like a ceremony or anything before the game or a moment of silence. But I mean, I feel like at that point everyone was just unified as one. But
absolutely
huge win for Pat Kelsey over a very good Kentucky team, which I think Kentucky's going to rebound. I say rebound. That could be one of the question marks moving forward. No pun intended. I think they're going to bounce back. That's a little bit better.
Yeah.
And I still think that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the SEC, but
I do too.
It is good to get these early losses out of the way, even though it's against your rival.
Right, and Louisville will have the bragging rights from this program as they move forward. But one quick thing about Louisville, once again, before we go, is the fact that they are kind of a two-headed monster.
Yeah.
They are in this matchup, and if people don't know going into the season, they will quickly know about both Ryan Conwell and Michael Brown Jr. As you see their numbers here.
53 points combined. I mean, wow.
Yeah, that is unbelievable for these two. And this is kind of a core that you can rely on moving forward for a team like this, saying, hey, look, we can put it in the hands of either one of these guys, and they can go out and get it done. I know it's early in the season, but if you're Coach Kelsey, you have to be thinking, hey, you know what? We got a core right here that can be the best of anybody.
Oh, yeah. I mean, 29 points, 3 threes, 4 threes from Conwell. I mean, here's the thing. Louisville's going to shoot the 3 ball.
Oh, yeah.
I think they shot it 40 times.
40. They shot 40 of them yesterday. Yeah, 13 to 40.
I mean, they're not scared to shoot. It's just they're gonna live or die by the 3 ball, honestly. And I feel like you could make the same statement about a lot of teams. And it's just today's world of college basketball. You're not gonna win with just having great interior game. You've got to hit the threes. And what shows up in March? Great coaching, great guard play, and great will.
Right. And just being able – also, some comes down to some of the basics as well. Can you knock down your free throws? Can you stay out of foul trouble for guys there on defense, because it kind of augments the game there a little bit. But it's Louisville getting their win over their rivals there at the Yum Center. I'm still not used to Kentucky Louisville playing basketball before the football game, but I think we'll have to get used to it. Obviously, when you and I talked about this off the air, the reason why the game was slid from its normal spot in late December is to not get overshadowed by the college football playoff, which those games are going on, which I do understand. It's kind of a catch-22. I get it, but I do want it later in the year.
And there's an outside chance that Louisville could be playing in the college football playoff at that point.
Right.
They need some things to fall their way. I think Miami to lose another game, which could happen.
Yeah, could.
They can't lose Clemson this week, though. They can't lose Clemson on Friday.
No, that is a big one there